At this time, we ask you to please join our graduates in standing for the playing of the national anthem. Please be seated. My name is Akram Osman, principal at Kennedy High School. Before we begin the ceremony this evening, we'd like to pause and allow additional ticketed guests to enter the auditorium at this time.
Welcome, class of 2021, family, friends, and faculty. My name is Ruth Aptamu, and I'm honored to be this year's student body president. Today should be a day of celebration for the resilience of the class of 2021 has displayed as we completed a major chapter in our lives at a time the world was in crisis and seemed to be against us. Parents and family, you should be equally as proud as your students have shown us that they can overcome any obstacles with just the right support. 2020 and 2021 have been very challenging years as everyone faced their own hardships. With COVID affecting our social environment, school traditions, and health, we still managed to overcome it in order to attain an education to make it to this day. This year has also been a year of dialogue about social injustices and standing up for what we believe is right. And to the students affected by these injustices, I hope you know we will always fight for you. May we always remember it's a marathon, not a race. Our senior year was filled with so many emotional, happy, and exciting new memories. Despite it all, here we sit, side by side, fully prepared to face the chapter that lies ahead of us. As we be going forth in our adult lives, we should always remember what we have learned during our time at Kennedy. We walked in as young, curious teenagers, not knowing what the years ahead would be like. And today we walk as young adults ready to take on the world. Though our journeys might look different from one another, we will always remember our roots that lie at Kennedy High School. As I remember my time at Kennedy, I think of all the teachers and faculties who have helped me through my high school experience. I think many of the students can recognize the generosity and compassion that teachers and staff gifted us with constantly. Thank you, faculty, for listening to us as we chose the path we wanted for our lives and helping us make it a reality. And I want to give a special thank you to the many supporting families who are not only waiting for this moment for their child, but sticking by their side no matter the circumstances, just as my parents did, immigrating 7,690 miles across the world from Ethiopia in order for me to be standing on this very stage today. It's been a true privilege to be standing here in front of you guys today. As I'm coming to an end, I just want to say how proud I am of the class of 2021, and I can't see where our different journeys will take us. Thank you. I will now introduce Principal Mr. Osman.
Good evening. I'd like to take a minute to introduce the people you see on the stage this evening. Assistant Principal Molly Hallenbeck. Senior Class President Ruth Haptamu. Staff Speaker Katie Jewell. Assistant Superintendent Dr. Jenna Mitchler. School Board Chair Nellie Corman. Board Member Don Steigoff. Board Member Heather Starks. Board Member Beth Beebe. Board Member Tom Bennett. Board Member Maya Olson. Board Member Jim Sorum. Assistant Principal Chris Krenz. Assistant Principal Sam Schrader. And the staff reading our graduates' names tonight: Leticia Alvarez, and Derek Leinseidel. We are gathered here this evening to honor this senior class. I've been looking forward to this opportunity to thank this class for all that they've endured and overcome over the past 16 months. This class had to quickly learn many difficult life lessons that I believe will forever stick with them. They have accepted that many things in this world cannot be controlled by human beings. that their high school experience would be one that will be documented in history books as one where a highly contagious virus shut down the entire world for a period of time and forced people into social distancing, quarantines, and isolations. A virus that has discouraged families from gathering and has forced many people to fear getting their loved ones ill. A virus that has isolated many and led to an increase in mental health challenges amongst all of us. Kennedy High School 2021 senior class, you have endured a lot this past school year. I want to simply thank you for not giving up, for showing up today and each day over the last school year. I thank you for overcoming the many sleepless nights and stressful nights to get to this point. I thank you for completing your assignments and staying engaged in your classes, even when you had so many reasons pushing you to give up. Kennedy Eagles, we're extremely proud of you. Thank you for teaching us all a great lesson of perseverance. We know the lessons from this difficult year will carry you forward and remind you that you didn't give up when everything in the world has worked against you. No matter where life takes you after high school, we believe you're equipped to handle any of life's challenges after experiencing this pandemic. Before I end my remarks this evening, I'd like to ask the audience a favor. Will you please stand up and join me in a round of applause in honor of this graduating class?
Thank you, everyone.
Kennedy High School class of 2021. Enjoy this very important day of your lives. Hug your loved ones, smile big, and enjoy a few selfies with each other. Congratulations, you've earned this. Superintendent Fujitaki is not able to join us this evening. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Jenna Mitchler, Assistant Superintendent.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to all of our graduates. Through hard work, commitment, and dedication, you have each successfully moved along your own pathway and are ready to take this next transition into thriving in our rapidly changing world. Congratulations, too, to all of the parents, family members, friends, teachers, administrators, staff members, and volunteers who've helped our graduates achieve such an important milestone. This accomplishment this year, more than maybe ever, is certainly something that is not attained alone. Graduates, I'd like to invite you to please take a moment to reflect on all those who have helped you in the past on your journey to get to this point. All of the people who've helped you truly care about you and are excited to see you and will see what you will contribute to this world as you continue your journey. Graduates, you have navigated what might be one of the most challenging years of your life. You've been strong, you've been resilient, and you've been flexible. Please remember all that you've overcome this year and keep with you all that you've learned from your experiences, from others, and what you've learned about yourself. As you begin life after high school, you'll continue to face challenges while you work to make this world a better place. Take those challenges on with courage, knowing all that you're capable of. Best wishes and congratulations to you, the class of 2021.
Thank you, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Mitchler, for your marks. Now, our first student speaker, Sydney Klink.
Good evening, Eagles. Man, look at all these fine faces here tonight. We had a glow up from freshman year, didn't we? I know I did. Can y'all believe it? We made it. The moment we dreamed of the second we set foot into Kennedy Senior High School is finally here. Today, we get to walk across this stage and step into our next chapter of life, being whatever it is, with the most crucial 4 years that we have endured behind us. The 4 years that have grown us into who we are this very second and will continue to show the world. Look around you. This is the most growth we've seen in ourselves with the help of others around us, good or bad, whether it was students, coaches, teachers, or other staff that have helped you along the way. Athletes, remember your first game ever? First track meet, show choir competition, or football game? Just seconds before you hear the blow of the whistle, first note of your set, or the shot of the gun, your mind goes blank. All eyes are on you. Your legs feel weak, like all hope goes out the window. Then you take a deep breath. It's showtime. Now, you may or may have not won that day, but you gave it your all, laid it all out there on the dance floor, turf, or track, and made your mark. Whether you PR'd or won the homecoming game, your teammates and coaches were there and pushed you to the distinct moment that helped you build strength and confidence. And now, when someone asks, what was one of the best moments in high school? You will call any of these moments that we have made memories of forever. To those of you who know their path, and today is the final stop before you begin the rest of your life, remember the moment you decided what you wanted to be when you grew up? The excitement you felt to step into a certain teacher's classroom because you felt a different energy in that space? Like that is where you belong, where you're supposed to be, and what you were meant to do? An artist, teacher, engineer, or perhaps even a scientist. You get to decide. I remind you today of these feelings of pride and accomplishment and leave you with the task of creating these moments and these feelings every day in your life, no matter what changes around you after today. Over the past year, we were all hit with a huge setback, or should I say, a couple. The memories, school events, and sports games we were imagining were all changed and we had to adapt. But part of growing is the acknowledgement of change or a problem and then adapting and finding a new way to get to our achievement. That achievement is today. This is the moment we have spent the past 4 years trying to get to, whether it was pulling an all-nighter to study for that test, asking for help from a tutor, staying after school to make sure you get your work turned in. It was all worth fighting for. Some might say high school was a breeze. For others, they might say it was a struggle to get to this point. But that doesn't mean we haven't grown in some way. Just remember, we have all made someone proud tonight. Mothers, fathers, aunts, siblings, whoever they may be. What we have already done compares nothing to what we are about to do. We are the change. We have protested, been a part of one of the biggest civil rights movements ever, and have even looked authority in the eye and demanded justice for the ones who were gone too soon, and we got that. But But this is only the start. We are the change. We're the ones who are going to move mountains to make our mark on the world next. Like the great Nipsey Hussle once said, it's not on you, it's in you. And what's in you, they can never take away. I tell you, continue to use that passion that we all have inside of us and show the world what we are made of, because there is no one who can dim the light that is inside of all of us. Class of 2021, it's our time. Let's show them what we got. Thank you.
Thank you, Sydney, for your speech. Our next student speaker will be Ian Monroe.
All right, so let's cut to the chase. I'm not about to get up here and talk about how an amazing experience high school was and how much a better person I am for having been here. Pretending that high school was a positive experience for me would be disingenuous to my actual experience with high school. It was hard, really, really hard. Not just because of the work, although that was hard too, but I feel like I speak for a lot of people when I say that sometimes just getting up in the morning was harder. Forcing yourself to care was hard. Trying to pull yourself out of autopilot mode and actually get work done was hard. School is just really, really hard. This entire experience for me has been like walking uphill in the freezing rain while dragging hundreds of pounds of homework behind me. But as hard as that is, I'm here. Somehow autopilot mode took me all the way from 9th grade to senior year. Somehow I went from a nervous little freshman to a still admittedly pretty nervous senior. Because, I mean, let's face it, anxiety doesn't just vanish with age. We as a graduating class have faced so many challenges, more than I think most classes have had to face. We've had canceled proms, canceled sports seasons, canceled classes, lives put on pause, somehow trying to juggle school and work in the middle of a global pandemic. We've lost loved ones and lost opportunities left and right. We've had to deal with pretty much every bad thing that any high school student can face. During the past year, if it could go wrong, it usually did. Like somehow the entire world got stuck in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle. 2020 and 2021 have put us through hell and back, but through all that, we're still here. We're still plowing forward, and I feel like that says a lot about us as people. With how hard everything has been, most of us are still pushing through. We're still here. So I think I can speak for us when I say we deserve a little break, a teeny tiny break from all of this. We deserve to enjoy our graduation. We've more than earned it. We've put in the hours giving ourselves carpal tunnel in front of our Chromebooks, sleepless nights writing research papers, playing catch up with late work. We've done it all. And now we've gone through our last few days here, a few weeks here, content with the knowledge that we won't have to do this again. We left through the doors of Kennedy on our last day, knowing that if and when we come back next, we will be alumni. We've crossed the finish line, and now we can take a sigh of relief and give ourselves that well-deserved rest and say, we did it. Our school days have come to an end, and now we can finally close this book in the saga that is our lives and move forward. We can take the tenacity that we've gained through this crapshoot of a school year and use it wherever we go next. Whether that be college, or our careers, or starting a business, or raising a family, or whatever it is we decide to do. Whatever that something that we choose is, we'll be great at it. Why? Because we are Eagles, and we were here.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear?
So let the lonely feeling wash away, 'cause maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when
Please help me welcome the student-selected faculty speaker, Mrs. Katie Jewell, English teacher.
Good evening to the many members of our extended Eagle family here tonight, and a big thank you to the parents and family that teamed up with us to make this year possible. To you, the graduating class, I am honored that you asked me to say a few words about your remarkable journey. Teachers are always so proud of students on graduation day, but this day and this graduation are so much more extraordinary because you had to persevere through the unimaginable. Only a little over a year ago, you were sitting in your classes and living your lives, and in what felt like a heartbeat, everything changed. But you should know that as your lives were turned upside down, your resolve did not go unnoticed. Even when you wouldn't turn your cameras on, we saw you showing up to classes, turning in the never-ending list of assignments, and finding purpose in your solitude. Your presence, especially on the days when it felt like you had lost so much, is a testament to your courage and commitment. Life is an ever-changing voyage, and you are the captains of your own ships. This has never been more evident than it is now. Your voyage so far has certainly been a reflection of your ability to navigate the high and low tides in life. But in addition to the many storms you weathered this year, I also hope you recognize it as one that taught you you can do really hard things, because you can. You are stronger and more resilient than you ever imagined possible. I also hope that when you look back to this time, it reminds you of how important your people are. I want you to look around this room at your classmates, friends, family, and teachers, and take a minute to realize that even though it may have felt like you were alone, you never really were. We've been rooting for you, cheering for you, and mindfully willing you forward. Even when you couldn't see or hear us, we've been sailing your ships with you. And you, in turn, have been rooting for us. You've given us, your people, inspiration to persist. As a teacher, I have the great privilege to encounter the future every day in my classroom. You are the artists, thinkers, doers, and believers that fill me up. Knowing that you are the future makes me hopeful in our present. I also hope that your journey has taught you what it means to be grateful. Grateful for things that you may have taken for granted in the past, like hanging out with friends, seeing each other smile, and yes, even going to school. You will make many important choices in your life, and one of my wishes for you is to choose gratitude. Gratitude for the beautiful, calm waters ahead of you, but also for the strength that you develop during those rough patches that are certainly awaiting. As the author Jessamine Ward recently said, hold your dream tightly to you and do everything you can to realize it. Take a step that will lead you toward the realization of that dream, and then take another and another and another. Hold fast to your oars. In closing, graduates of 2021, as you set sail on your next voyage, I wish you many amazing adventures filled with your strength, surrounded by your people, and guided by gratitude. Now get out there, follow your dreams, and don't forget, even when you're all grown up, your parents and teachers are still right. Congratulations.
Please help me welcome our last student speaker, Brittany Pacheco Vasquez.
We are rising. Not that long ago, we were just a little seed. A seed that was planted with the intentions of growing as big as it could. One that grew so big, even with such weird weather as the one we have here in Minnesota. And we did it. As we rise, our roots get stronger, attaching us to our past, while the branches extend to reach our future. I know that sometimes we avoid thinking about the past and focus on the upcoming, but I believe it's the best way to improve and reflect. After all, it is what built us to become who we are today. We are rising. Even with a worldwide virus, we still managed to look so good with our masks on tonight. We are rising. Even after being stuck in a wave of unmotivation, we still managed to sell our boat out of it. There's a Mexican proverb that says, "Nos echaron tierra, pero no sabían que éramos semillas." They tried to bury us, didn't know we were seeds. I am that seed. I am, like many of us, the seed coming from a place where we will be the first ever in this country to graduate high school, the first to go to college, the first but not the last of many bright paths we are all taking. I am the seed that wasn't expected to take advanced classes, or to be very involved in different clubs in school, or to even go to college to someday become a biomedical engineer, or maybe even an oncologist. I am the seed that was expected to give up and settle with the little it had already accomplished. But I am the seed that's watered with the sacrifices of my own and my parents as well. The seed that takes all the challenges in life to help her grow stronger and build out of it a sturdy foundation. I remember believing I still had a lot of time left to graduate, constantly wishing the time would come as fast as it did to start a new chapter in my life. Little did I know, the time would come as fast as it did. And as much as I wished for the time to come, I've realized tonight I am not ready to say goodbye. Because although this may not be the perfect school, I am still thankful it taught me the things I know to this day. To be strong, be kind, be safe, but most importantly, to be an eagle. Today, our branches reach another level of growth, and as we do, we look up to reach our limit, the sky. We will be remembered as the class who spent most of their senior year behind a computer via Google Meets and Zoom calls. But we will also be the class who kept it real, the ones who used their voice to fight against social injustices, the class who survived the virus, the ones who voted in an unmemorable election, the class that even after all the obstacles we faced, the seed we were grew to thrive. And they will continue to thrive because we are rising. And like branches on a tree, we may grow in different directions, but our roots will remain as one. Thank you.
And then the Spanish translations in there too.
Board Chair Nellie Corman of Independent School District 271, having completed the requirements of the State of Minnesota Department of Education and Bloomington Public Schools, may I present the Bloomington Kennedy High School class of 2021 for the purpose of conferring the high school diploma.
I Albanelli Corman, Board Chair of Independent School District 271, accept the Bloomington Kennedy High School class of 2021 with all honors, rights, and privileges accorded the high school diploma. Yo, Albanelli Corman, Presidenta del Consejo Escolar Administrativo del Distrito Escolar Independiente 271, acepto la clase 2021 de Kennedy High School en Bloomington, con todos los honores, derechos y privilegios conferidos con el diploma de high school.
Before we honor our students here with us in person this evening, we would like to honor those students who weren't able to join us tonight. Your attention during this time is greatly appreciated.
Nestejo Abdi Wahab, Diego Acosta, Diego Albino Beltran, Christopher Anderson, Zachary Borgstall, Anthony Campos, Devin Carlson, Genevieve Cote, Matthew Colombo, Michelle Cortez, Dominic Dahl, Zachary Davison, John Dolby Chavez, Abdi Farah, Sophia Forbes, Hamza Goulet, Seven Hoffman, Jose Huertero Lopez, Caroline Johnson, Alexi Loaiza Galvan, Madeline Lopez Vergara, Lacey Lorenzo, Elijah Lundby, Gabriel Mastel, Riley Mathiasen, Mohammed Mohammed, Fatima Naik, Isaac Nerdahl, Dayton Olson, Anthony Perez Figueroa, Jalen Reiser, Trenton Robinson, Diana Salgado Andrade, Angel Salmeron Zavala, Brandon Smith, Marcus Tarango, Haley Tolsman, Daniela True, Sovanita Yu,
Kadar Abdi,
Magan Abdi,
Muhannad Abdi.
Nasro Abdi.
Jonas Abdi Karim.
Ashwak Abdirahman.
Jennifer Abreu.
Luis Aguilar Ariza.
Maxwell Ajiman.
Charles Asani.
Mariana Ahmed.
Nemo Ahmed.
Yasmin Ahmed.
Fatuma Ainab.
Mohammed Ali.
Griselda Abilar Arce.
Abdullahi Arab.
Molly Arnold.
Giovanni Arpista Ansouris.
Omar Artola.
Kimberly Ayala Flores.
Julissa Bacho.
Dion Barber.
Dylan Barnum.
Alyssa Bosdale.
Gloria Bach.
Chase Beacom.
Jonathan Bayo Rangel.
Rickon Ben.
Eli Berg.
Joseph Berglund.
Awaki Eso Birasa Ali.
Brady Bean.
Sherika Bishop.
Gabriella Bizal.
Joe Benete Valeska.
Gabrielle Brown.
Jacob Brusvin.
Hunter Buen.
Hannah Burton.
Karina Bustos.
Ava Butler.
Caden Byron.
Alvaro Caballero Gonzalez.
Victor Cuevas Cabrera.
Emilio Cabrera Cruz.
Vanessa Camacho Hernandez.
Daniela Cano Flores.
Brady Carlson.
Jose Constanera Rios.
Giovanni Cedillo Acevedo.
Alec Chamberlain.
Jesus Siriaco Mundo.
Joshua Clemens.
Jordan Cole McEwen.
Amber Converse.
Raheem Court.
Rebecca Cradle.
America Cruz Perez.
Yasmin Cruz Limontitla.
Ramaya Cummings.
Romero Cummings. Andrew Cushing. Rain Cuda.
Lukman Dagan.
Nia Dawson.
Johnny De La Paz Jimenez.
Michaela DuBose.
Margaret Denisenko.
Jonathan DePetra.
Tuan Din.
Sabrin Deary.
Vincent Doe.
Quado.
Eduardo Dominguez Castillo.
Ellie Drabinski.
Laisha Duran.
Melissa Duran Gutierrez.
Noon Ibrahim.
Michaela Eby.
Taylor English.
Cristal Escadon Vega.
Leandro Escobar Perla.
Itzel Estrada Martinez.
Shen Falcon Mendez.
Jesse Falk.
Callisto Feemster.
Samuel Feurenhaber.
Alexander Fisher.
Guillermo Flores Vasquez.
Noah Fogelstrom.
Benjamin Forsyth.
Faith Foster.
Marco Franco.
Claudia Fredericks.
Connor Freiberg.
Leighton Gabler.
Fernando Galvan Vera.
David Garcia.
Dominic Garcia.
Dulce Garcia.
Rolando Garcia.
Tixi Garzon Herrera.
Gavin Gacho.
Shuaib Gary.
Leora Gillum.
Mackenzie Glass.
Dulce Gomez Yanez.
Marvin Gonzalez Rodriguez.
Brian Gonzalez Torres.
Ruth Habtamu.
Mohamud Gudir.
Jaden Grace.
Isaac Grahams.
Marisha Green.
Brianna Gregorio Cristobal.
Andrew Griesel.
Sarah Grosser.
Andrew Grund.
Katia Guevara Benitez.
Brian Guevara Pereira.
Hamdi Guled.
Fazila Hack.
Kieran Hafel Zastro.
Petra Hagen.
Michaela Hall.
Alyssa Hansen.
Amarion Hansbard.
Albert Harris.
Kevin Harris.
Hamza Hassan.
Kamaluddin Hassan.
Stuart Houghton.
Jabril Havey.
Brady Headland.
Mary Margaret Hergat.
Daisy Hernandez Torres.
Carolina Herrera Ramirez.
Braden Hill.
Tatum Hinton.
Grace Hoffines.
Nicholas Houghton.
Wei Huang.
Rachel Huberti.
Ali Ise.
Fatumata Jete.
Doris Jimenez Jimenez.
Johnny Jimenez Lezama.
Clara Johnson.
Bridget Jones.
Ahmad Kasim.
Alexander Chiavini.
Kason Kepraseth.
Rachel Knutson.
Benta Koma.
Callie Kopka.
Lumen Kumoji.
Mitchell Kuzinski.
Sydney Klink.
Ian Manro.
Carter Lansdale.
Lucas Larson.
Paige Lecht.
Julia LeMay.
Corey Loden.
Jennifer Lopez Alcade.
Juan Lopez Ortega.
Cassandra Lopez Romano.
Benjamin Mankey.
Zaire Marshall.
Connor Martin.
Eva Martin.
Yahir Martinez Tejas.
Jonathan Martinez Sanchez.
Jonathan Matthew.
Rowan McGrath.
Broderick Miller.
Isabel Miller.
Lavelle Miller.
Svetlana Miller.
Nicholas Mingo.
Ahmad Minhas.
Imran Muhammad.
Samira Muhammad.
Nasra Motion.
Christyle Mitchell.
Kelvin Mutiga.
Brittany Namutebi.
Sophia Nelson.
Catherine Nguyen.
Nancy Wynn.
Tiffany Wynn.
Hunter Nichols.
Fazia Noor.
Wakil Noor.
Ruben Nyamino.
Chloe O'Neill.
Elena Oishi.
Nafi Olad.
Ashley Olanda Oliva.
Jeremy Olea Herrera.
Kevin Olvera.
Anas Omar.
Emmanuel Omichele.
Melissa Onofre Rodriguez.
Emily Oakgard.
Rachel Ortega Gamino.
Maya Ortiz.
Nicole Osnes.
Allison Palmquist.
Brittany Pacheco Vasquez.
Robert Pauley.
Edda Pedersen.
Kalyan Pin.
Angelica Penafort Galan.
Olivia Penrose.
Jose Perez.
Brenda Perez Alvarado.
Josue Perez Lopez.
Angelica Perez Santana.
Christina Persad.
Hannah Peterson.
Mason Fair.
Van Palm.
Sovan Pai.
Tristan Pye.
Emmanuel Popoca Santana.
Reese Prelwitz.
Thomas Pridemore.
Joy Quat.
Brianna Ramirez Guzman.
Alexis Ranskin.
Jackson Reichenberger Cooper.
Joseph Reneshes.
Charlene Renteria Rodriguez.
Maria Reyes Rodriguez.
Jordan Rhodes.
Gabriela Riera.
Madeline Ricola.
Jason Rickpashad.
Marilyn Rios Contreras.
Leslie Rios Lopez.
Daniela Rios Sanchez.
Jose Rios Sanchez.
Hakima Robe.
Luke Roberts.
Adrian Robinson.
Joseph Rodriguez Colon.
Miguel Rodriguez Jara.
Isaiah Rogers.
Eric Roy.
Benjamin Roskop.
Naziria Ross.
Amir Rubio.
Kyle Rue.
Xavion Sadler.
Leanna Sinney.
Abdi Fattah Salad.
Maria Sanchez.
Kervin Sanchez Vildazola.
Daniela Sandoval.
Andrew Savage.
Kyle Schletty.
Nathaniel Schuler.
Catherine Schutte.
Emily Cerna.
Austin Shannon.
Malia Shaw.
Valicia Shepard.
Mwata Sherwood.
Gannon Shilson.
Miguel Silva Sanchez.
Maddox Seward.
Sandy Soledad Sanchez.
Daquan Spearman.
Thomas Starks.
Latrell Starr.
Kendall Strother.
Waj Solomon.
Cameron Swick.
Alyssa Sabisma.
Olivia Surumaki.
Jeffrey Tapia Dominguez.
Sydney Taylor.
Reina Tito.
Christian Tezopiqua Onifre.
Maria Thielen.
Joshua Thomas.
Nathan Tincher.
Anna Tinklenberg.
Christopher Torres.
Christina Torres Eomana.
Johan Torres Rios.
Jonaldi Torres Hernandez.
Tiffany Tran.
Madeline Turnbull.
Maya Tyler.
Ibad Yula.
Kimberly Uraga Garcia.
Aiden Van Persum.
Tally Varney.
Jose Vasquez.
Oscar Vasquez.
Emily Ventura.
Ricardo Vera Martinez.
Brennan Vermilia.
Nadalyn Villegas Mendoza.
Brady Voigt.
Koa Guang.
Jacob Wallach.
Asma Warsame.
Fatia Warsame.
Hibak Warsame.
Joseph Workland.
Jalen Williams.
Rihanna Williams.
Joseph Workman.
Matthew Worst.
Saeed Yusuf.
Zamzam Yusuf.
Abdi Fateh Yusuf.
Mohammed Yusuf.
Mohammed Mahmoud.
Gina Isabella Zidane.
Lacey Lorenzen.
Esteemed guests, thank you for coming this evening and for joining us in honoring these amazing seniors as they embark on their future endeavors. Please remain seated as our graduates exit the auditorium. You'll be able to meet your graduates in the lobby. Graduates, please move your tassel to the left, symbolizing your graduation status. And now, it's my distinct pleasure to present to you the graduated John F. Kennedy High School class of 2021. Congrats, everyone.